challenge for managers? Well, I'm sure that a manager can become more efficient and effective only if he or she were to constantly learn new things. What, in your opinion, is about intercultural communication? I think intercultural communication helps in understanding different cultures of the world. How does the knowledge of different cultures help in communication? Knowledge of cultures makes us more tolerant and non-judgmental towards people belonging to different cultural backgrounds, and thus make our communication more effective. And that's a good answer. Would you like to ask anything? Oh yes. When am I likely to know the result of this interview? You will be informed within a week. Thank you.
Okay. So
I'm sure you have heard about it, and let's check the answers now.
yeah, let me have a look at my worksheet. The first question is, according to Kavita, who are the top 3 challenges for a manager?
Yes.
I think they are quick decision making, two-way communication, constant learning.
Absolutely, the answer is right, and you have written it well. We don't want any paraphernalia, we want only that specific answer.
Exact answer.
Exact
And
answer.
what was the second question, ma'am?
How does constant learning help managers?
It helps them to be efficient and effective.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
And how does the knowledge of different cultures help in communicating?
It helps in being tolerant and non-judgmental.
Yes, we are tolerant, and I think that's a very, very important trait which each one of us needs to cultivate, because zero tolerance cannot be tolerated.
Yeah, and it always leads to miscommunication.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and the last question was.
And what does Kavita want to know from Asmita?
She wants to know by when she can know the result, when
Yes,
she would
yes.
get the result of the interview,
Yeah,
whether
right,
she is appointed or not.
Right, because
is
she has to
something-
make plans. She has to change from one organization, submit her resignation letter if she's probably working in another firm.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Now we come to the last category, and that is academic listening.
Okay, I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
Why not?
And in fact, we have to concentrate a lot, as we have already spoken about it. And in this particular worksheet, we have given MCQs as answers, and what you have to do is you have to tick mark the correct option. Okay, so here we are giving you a weather report. It's a reporting document. A reporter is speaking about the weather in the country.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning. I'm afraid it's a gloomy day today almost everywhere. The latest satellite pictures show extensive cloud coverage in northern India and Nepal, and it's raining heavily in and around Uttaranchal. Lucknow has recorded 5 centimeters of rainfall and Kanpur 2 centimeters. There may be some rain in Delhi, Chandigarh and Bhopal. In the south, there are no rains. It's cloudy and there may be showers in Karnataka, Kerala and Telangana. Tamil Nadu will remain cloudy and there may be strong winds. However, in the east, they will enjoy gorgeous sunshine, and in most parts of West Bengal, it will be dry and warm. Northeastern states have been for a long cold spell. There has been early morning frost in Meghalaya, and in most parts there are up to knees in snow. Finally, the temperature recorded at 5 am in the metropolitan cities are New Delhi 10 degrees Celsius, Calcutta 26 degrees Celsius, Mumbai 20 degrees Celsius, Chennai 18 degrees Celsius. I'll be back with you with the evening news at 9 pm. Okay, so let's see what the answers are.
Sure.
So, how many centimeters of rainfall did Lucknow record?
5 centimeters.
Yeah, the answer is right. It's 5 centimeters.
Okay.
And where is it cloudy and strong winds?
Tamil Nadu.
Yes, definitely. Tamil Nadu is the right answer.
Okay.
And which parts of India will be dry and warm?
West Bengal.
Right? The answer is absolutely right. And what's the temperature recorded in Calcutta?
That was 26 degrees.
Just let me check. Oh yes, it's 26 degrees.
Okay.
And when will be the next news weather bulletin?
At 9 in the evening.
I think so. Or is it 7? You said 9, but I think the answer is 7.
Yeah, okay. I
Yes.
missed out there. So,
Okay.
active listening is important.
Yes, active listening is important.
And even when the topic is a bit lengthy
Yes.
and complex.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, now we move on to another feature of academic listening, and that is earthquakes. These are again a very, very important radio reporting. And as you all know, radio reporting is something important. Okay. Again, you have your questions on the worksheet. Hundreds of people are feared to have been killed in a powerful earthquake that shook Afghanistan, eastern provinces of Pakistan, and some parts of Kashmir in India early this morning. The epicenter of the quake, measuring 7.2 on the Richter scale, lay at Kandahar, about 150 kilometers south of Kabul in Afghanistan. At least 500 people are believed to have been buried alive in the rubble, and another 600 left homeless in Afghanistan alone. In Kashmir, about 150 people are feared to have been killed in Rajouri and Poonch areas. This region, heavily covered in snow, is inaccessible by road at present. Rescue and relief operations have been launched by the Army and the Air Force. Reports about damage to life and property from the affected areas in Pakistan are yet to arrive. Unconfirmed reports indicate that quake has caused minimal damage in the regions in Pakistan. Have you heard properly? It's again a longish report,
Yes.
but nevertheless a very, very important one and an interesting one.
Yeah, this is interesting.
And it's current affairs it is, So let's go into it.
Yeah.
So
Shall we have a look at the worksheet?
yes.
Yeah, so-
Which are the countries affected by this earthquake?
Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India.
Absolutely right.
got
Oh,
it
you
right.
hear
I've
it
been
well.
listening.
You hear well. Yes.
Yeah.
And what was the intensity?
7.2, I know.
That is good. That is,
Yes.
in fact, I would say that the earthquake was very huge. Remember the tsunami?
was massive.
It was a massive earthquake. That time it was again 8.2 on the Richter scale, and now this is 7.2.
Yeah, so much loss to
Yes,
public and private
devastation. Complete destruction and devastation.
property. Okay.
Okay, and what was the epicenter?
Kandahar.
Kandahar. Yes, you remember Kandahar, famous for something else?
Yeah, the hijack.
The hijacking of
The
the
airplane
Indian.
that was
Yes,
hijacked.
yes. So today also when you think about it, we feel goosebumps on our
That's
skin.
true.
Yes, absolutely right.
Okay. And what was the next question, ma'am?
What is the loss to life and property?
Around 500 buried.
Yes, they were buried. 4 people.
It's an earthquake.
Earthquake. And which were the areas affected in Kashmir?
I think you said Rajouri and Poonch.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Answers are right. And rescue operations were underway?
Yeah, you mentioned it that the Air Force, the army people are already on it.
Yes,
So
yes.
obviously the answer has to be yes.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And of course, these are, again, earthquakes brings to me that massive earthquake which struck Kutch region in Gujarat. So remember the massive operations
And
that
even
were
the
done.
one in
and
Latur, ma'am.
yes, Latur also. Yes, yes. Okay, now we have a very different type of activity, and that is called note making.
Sure.
And you remember note making, as we already said, that in our classrooms also it is very important to take down the lectures of our teachers through notes so that we can reconstruct it when we are studying.
Yes, ma'am.
So this particular exercise also we have constructed in that fashion, and of course we have taken it from advertisements, so again we have prepared a small worksheet for you in this, not very huge one, even the text is also very small. So again, listen carefully and you will just fill in. Remember, you can see those blanks on your worksheet, so only those blanks have to be filled. Where there are two words are required. Where there are three 3 words are required.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
so can I start?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay,
I'm
so
listening.
now we go on to note making, and the topic is advertisements. Advertisements are a source of information and amusement. We are so used to them that it is difficult to imagine life without them. We hear them on the radio, see them on the television and cinema screen, and read them in newspapers and magazines. In the street, we are surrounded by posters and bright colored signs. Several places in the world have become famous because of advertisements. Part of Broadway, a street in New York City in USA, is known as the Great White Way. This is because it is illuminated with thousands of advertisements in brilliant lights. Wasn't that small?
And
Very small,
interesting.
interesting, but a lot of information is crammed into it.
Yes.
So much, let's see. Okay, so advertisements, what are the sources of advertisements?
They are the sources of information and amusement.
Amusement, yes. Advertisements are a source of information and amusement.
Yeah.
Did you hear when I said that advertisements can be heard also?
Yeah, I did.
Hmm?
You said
So-
you can hear it on radios,
Yes.
television, and
Yes.
cinemas.
Yes, we can see it also on cinema, we can hear it
Hear it
also
also.
in cinema, we can see it on television, we can hear it on television. So that's interesting, isn't it? You can hear and see advertisements as well.
And they are quite entertaining also these days.
Yes, absolutely.
The wide range that we have.
Absolutely. It ranges from any products, any endorsements of baths and teas and coffees and mugs and whatnot. Everything.
I would just like to add, my favorite one is the Mentos one.
Oh, yes.
Which one is your favorite?
I am old school. I'm from an old school, so I prefer the tea one, Taza tea because I want
Jagore.
So,
And
so-
that's situationally right. For active listening, Jagore.
exactly.
So
Absolutely.
we are advertising.
Absolutely. Okay, so now I think advertisements can be read also.
Yeah, definitely they can be read on in the newspapers. They can be read in the magazines.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are their characteristics?
They are illuminated and they are brightly colored.
Yes.
Like the example that you were giving of Broadway
Yes.
in New York,
Yes.
which has so many posters and it's extremely brilliantly lit. One of the most famous ones
Absolutely.
in all over the world.
Absolutely. And if you go to Times Square, you can see yourself in those illuminated lights.
Wow.
Yourself.
So
So you are
advertising
clicking
self.
pictures also and you are looking at self also. That's the whole
That's
thing.
interesting.
Okay, now let's come to the last part of our not presentation, I would say, but definitely our worksheets. And I will quickly talk about the conversation which is taking place at the reception of a company.
Sure.
Is there?
Okay.
Do we have the slide for that? Okay. So now, can we have the worksheet?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, I'm Roshan from Brilliant Institute. I'm here to meet Mr. Murthy. We have 3 Murthys. Which Mr. Murthy would you like to meet? Well, which one? Do you know his first name? I seem to have lost the slip I wrote the name on. Is he tall and fair with a white moustache? No. He's of medium height and slightly tanned. He doesn't have a moustache. Oh, yes, I remember. He wears round-rimmed glasses. Does he have long hair with large sideburns? Yes, he's the one. All right, he's Mr. Sudhakar Murthy. Let me check if he's free to see you right now.
Okay.
So, you liked it?
Yeah, it's very nice, interesting. Even I face this problem sometimes in my classroom. There are so many Miss Patels and Mr. Patels
Yes,
with the same names sometimes.
Correct.
There are 3 Hetal Patels in my class.
absolutely.
So if I call one, all 3 stand
all
up.
three stand up. Absolutely. Okay, let's check the answers.
Okay, ma'am, will you
Yeah.
please?
Whom does
give me the
Roshan want to meet?
Mr. Murthy.
Yes, Mr. Murthy.
Okay.
From which institute is Rohan?
He is from Brilliant Institute.
Are those brilliant tutorials where they coach you for IIT and all that?
It might be.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
it can
that.
be.
Maybe. Okay. And what type of glasses does Mr. Sudhakar Murthy wear?
Those are round rimmed glasses.
Okay. And does Mr. Sudhakar Murthy have long hair?
Yes, he has long hair.
Oh, you have identified him.
sideburns.
Yes, you have identified him correctly. Okay, so now we are at the fag end of our class. And now what we want to do is we want to end up this show of ours with a big, big thank you to all of you who are listening to us. And we won't let you go like that. So why not we thank
Yeah.
them first?
Thank you very much for listening, and we would like to read out a poem, a very interesting poem on active listening. So please have a look at the poem on your screens. So it goes as, when I ask you to listen to me and you start giving me advice, you have not done what I asked.
When I ask that you listen to me and you begin to tell me why I shouldn't feel that way, you are trampling on my feelings.
When I ask you to listen to me and you feel you have to do something to solve my problems, you have failed me, strange as that may be.
Listen, all that I ask is that you listen, not talk or do. Just hear me. When you do something for me that I need to do for myself, you contribute to my feelings of inadequacy.
But when you accept as a simple fact that I do feel what I feel, no matter how irrational, then I can quit trying.